Hey everybody, get your warm-up going for me while I talk to you about our back to basics upper body workout. We're hitting our entire upper body today in 7 strength sets. We're going to be using an AMRAP format, which means I will set the timer for 5 minutes. And we will go through our superset exercises, our A exercise and our B exercise, as many times as we can in that 5 minutes. Rep count is 10 for everything we do today. What are you going to need for this very traditional upper body workout? You're going to need your upper body weights, as well as a loop band if you have it, a tube band if you have it. I've got it over my door there, and TRX. So if you're using your loop bands or bands, great. Or you can use your TRX, or you can just do it with weights. I'm just throwing some different options out there for us to keep it interesting. That's it. Finish up that dynamic warm-up. Come back to me. I'm going to do a super fast 3-minute-ish warm-up, and then we're going to dive right into our full upper body traditional workout. Real quick warm-up to get us started here. We will start with rainbows. I want those straight arms drawing. You've got 2 pieces of chalk in your hand, drawing a rainbow overhead as we shift our feet in directions there. Then we'll go to a walkout plank. Hinge at the hip. Try to keep those legs as straight as possible. That core nice and tight and up. Okay? And then we will be down for crab walks. Opposite hand, opposite foot, with a bit of a quick tempo, trying to keep those hips as high as possible. Then we're back to a walkout plank, and then we'll finish again with rainbows. That's it. It's super fast. I'm going to get the timer going, and we're going to quickly get that body warmed up for our strength sets. All right, I'm coming over here where I have more headroom for my rainbows. 30 seconds of work here for our quick warm-up. Really try to keep those arms straight. Core is engaged. And let's draw that rainbow back and forth to get everything warmed up, especially our upper body here. Almost there. All right, walkout planks next. Keep that core engaged. Here we go. Walk out to a plank and walk back. Keeping that core nice and tight. I wanted just to go back to a traditional setup for upper body today, where we're just partnering 2 exercises that use opposing muscle groups to get in a nice, full upper body workout. Back, chest, bis, tris, crab walk here. Keep that, keep those hips as high as you can. So, with the AMRAP format that we have today, you're working at your own pace. If you're using lighter weights, you're probably going to get more rounds in. If you're using heavier weights, you may not get in as many rounds. Back to walkout. So, this workout you can completely customize to your abilities, your fitness level, to the weights that you have available to you. There are a couple exercises I will be using the TRX for, but you can use bands as well. Or you can use weights. I'll give you all your options at the start of every strength set. Let's finish with rainbows here. Here we go. Keep that core tight. Arms straight overhead. Told you it was quick. That's it. I just want to jump right into our strength sets here. Break. Let's get into it. Set 1. We are working with chest press and some seesaw rows. I'm going to be using my bench, but these can also be done on the floor. If you have a yoga ball, you could also do a chest press up on your yoga ball. So you know with the chest press, if you're on a bench or elevated in any way, you try to get down as low as you can and press those arms up straight over your chest, keeping that nice angle with your arms so you're not in any way putting stress on your rotator cuff. In other words, your arms are coming down just like we talk about with push-ups. They're not out here. And then I'm going to be using the same weight. I tried to partner exercises that use around the same weight range. I'm going to hinge at the hip, keeping that core nice and engaged so I don't have a rounded back there. And as I pull one elbow up nice and high, then the other one goes down and up in that seesaw fashion, keeping everything nice and tight and keeping a neutral neck. I'm counting that 1, 2, so I'm only counting, for example, when my right arm comes up. Rep count with everything here. Timer is set for 5 minutes. 10 counts for everything. 10 chest, 10 seesaw, back to chest. As many times as you can go back and forth in the 5 minutes. I'm going to do my best to count for myself and talk. It's a bit of a challenge, so don't hold me totally accountable if my count's messed up, because odds of me keeping that straight are slim to none. But you guys are counting 10 reps on your own and moving at your own pace. Grab your weight. I'm going to get our 5-minute timer going, and let's get this superset pairing started. All right, here we go, chest press. You're giving me 10 chest press and 10 seesaw rows. Nice job. Try to keep that good position with the arms. If you have weights available to you, a nice range, I challenge you here to pick up heavier weights. Now, I just did my pairing. I'm going to go through and do it again. If you are picking up heavier weights, you are more than welcome, and I encourage you to take a little bit of a break to give yourself some rest between your supersets. Nice job. The beauty of being elevated for that chest press is you get a greater range of motion there, but you're still going to get the effects that you need if you're on the floor. Keep that core nice and tight for these seesaw rows. A lot of core involved with the seesaw rows as well. With these supersets, if you need to push those fingers back. There's a whole lot of grip strength happening here as we're just going back and forth between two exercises. You can do it. We can go back to back with these exercises because we're not working the same muscle group. Here we're working chest and back. So we can go back and forth while I'm working my chest. My back is resting. So I can get right back to my back after I'm done with chest. That's the beauty of superset workouts. Hinge at the hip for those seesaw rows. Keep that neck nice and neutral. Keep that core tight. So important with these. If it's too much on your lower back to do the seesaw, you absolutely can just do a traditional close row there instead. All right, I'm back to my chest. I know we're all on different, I'm talking, so I know I'm a lot slower than you guys are. We got a cramp in my hands. I push my fingers back here for a moment. That's the beauty of AMRAP workouts. You're controlling the tempo or the pace. All right. Okay, we've got less than 30 seconds here, team. So finish up what you're doing. Hopefully you have your music turned up nice and loud. Okay, set one is done. Let me show you our next two exercises. Okay, for set two, we are going to be working our triceps and our biceps. We're going to do overhead tricep extensions. You guys all know I like to do these from my knees. It immediately engages my glutes, helps protect my lower back. I also like to have a weight in each hand for these. The other option is you're holding one weight overhead in this fashion. I like to have two weights touching overhead like this. So try to break that 90 degrees with your forearms behind your head and extend overhead, squeezing those glutes, not allowing yourself to get that arch in your lower back. So 10 overhead tricep extensions, and then I'm just gonna stay down here because why get up? We're gonna do a static bicep curl, okay? One arm is holding that weight. Notice my wrist is strong. There, squeezing that dumbbell. Elbow is by my side, forearm parallel to the ground. Here, I'm not resting it on my side. It's just at my side. While I do 5 curls on one side, hold, 5 curls on the other side, hold, 5 and 5, okay? And then you're back to the overhead tricep. Take your breaks as you need it, push those fingers back, 5 minutes going back and forth between overhead tricep and static bicep. Both can be done standing, totally fine. I'm going to start our 5-minute timer. You grab your bi-tri weight here and let's get going. All right, our 5 minutes has started. You're on your own count here. Overhead tricep. Really tuck those hips. Try to get a good range of motion behind you with those forearms. Those elbows are staying fairly close to my head. In other words, they're not flaring out too much. Good job. Really squeeze the dumbbells throughout both of these exercises. Static hold with one hand, 5 curls on the other. Try to get as much control on the down as you do on the up. Nice work. Remember, it's 5 and 5 on these static. Good set here to use your mirror at home as your training buddy to watch your form. Right there, I'm going to scoot back a little bit. My arm started creeping up a little bit. You want to keep that static hold parallel to the ground there. All right, right back to overhead tries here. 1 weight or 2. Tuck those hips. 10 reps is your count. I really have to squeeze the dumbbells on these to protect my elbow. Helps keep those ligaments in line around my elbow. All right, bicep static. I'm going to start my hold on my opposite arm this time. Oop, use my mirror. I'm starting to creep up a little bit on my static arm. I told you this was a pretty straightforward traditional upper body. We're not incorporating any core or any cardio. We are just hitting our upper body hard today with our supersets. I have no idea here. I have a feeling I just did too many on this one hand. Again, you guys are doing you here for sure, because this is a hot mess express if you're going by my count. All right, I'm back to overhead. Touching those weights, tucking those hips. Squeeze those dumbbells. Try to get a good range of motion with your forearms. Remember, your goal here is to try to get 3 rounds of every pair of exercises here. That's your goal. More than that, even better. Again, that's all going to depend on your weight selection. The heavier the weights you're using, the slower you're probably going to be, and that's fine. Good job. Keep those hips tucked and keep those wrists nice and strong. Don't let them fall back. All right, I'm back to overhead tricep. We have less than a minute here. Squeeze those hips and glutes. There we go. I'm going to go 10 on each side to try to get them in here. Oh boy, am I going to do it? Let's see. Keep those wrists strong. Almost there. Got it. All right, let's move on to our next set. All right, in this set we are working shoulders and back here. So I'm going to be on my knees again for the Arnold Press, but you guys can certainly stand for this one. What I want you to do is you start with those palms facing each other, all right? I want you to count 5 alternating. So 1, 2, okay, so 5 of those, and then you're going to go 5 together. When I go up in my Arnold Press, now my palms are facing away. When I come down, my palms are facing towards me, okay? So Arnold Press, alternating 5 together, 5. Here's where you can use your TRX if you have it, bands if you have it. We are going to, if you have bands over a door like this, I like to kneel, and we are doing sort of that wide row pullback here. You want to keep tension in the band the entire time. If you're using a band, your rep count is going to be 20. I lied, I said 10 the whole time, but bands, double it up with 20 on those. If you have TRX, you all know with the TRX, you keep your body in that nice plank position. You don't let your hips kick out at any time. The incline of your plank will affect the difficulty on this. For this one, we're doing wide row, bringing those elbows out wide. Your count is 10 on the TRX. If you don't have either of those, but you have weights, fair enough. Hinge at the hip, keep that core nice and tight, neutral neck, and you're going out wide for a wide row, and you'll probably have heavier weights than this. Your back is a pretty strong muscle group in our upper body series, okay? So, Arnold Press, alternating together, wide rows, whether it's with the TRX, whether it's with a band, or whether you're using weights. I'm going to get our 5-minute AMRAP timer going. Let's get this one started. Okay. Alternating and together. Count 5 alternating. Remember, your palms are facing towards you and then away at the top. And after you get 5 alternating, you go to 5 together. Nice work. And then we've got some wide rows, whether they're with a band, whether they're with TRX or weights. Let's get our backs in here. If you've got a TRX, try to give it a little pause at the top. Keep that body into a nice plank. If you're using bands, don't let those shoulders creep up around your ears. Keep them back in the pocket. And remember, with a band, you've got 20 reps of that wide row exercise. With weights and TRX, stick with the 10 reps there. Okay, here we go. Tuck those hips on the Arnold Press. Squeeze those glutes so that we're protecting our lower back as we're lifting that weight up over our head. Especially once you go to those arms together. Now, when you go together, if you're feeling that too much in your lower back, just continue to alternate the Arnold Press on that. I incorporate cardio and core with our upper body, but I just wanted to strictly do resistance training today, sticking to back, bis, chest, tri, shoulder. Some days I just like getting back to basics here. You'll get that metabolic burn throughout the day. Your heart rate probably won't be as elevated as it is through some of our other workouts, but that's okay. It's good to do different things, challenge your body in different ways, and today we are hitting that upper body hard today. Back to Arnold. About a minute left. Squeeze those glutes. Go. Probably should have done these so my back wasn't to you. Sorry, team. Pull those elbows out wide. "20 seconds left. I'm just going to go together with my Arnold Presses here at the end. All right, let's move on to our next set. Hey, we have got chest flies today here that we are I'm going to do on the bench. But just like with chest press, you can easily do these on the floor, or if you have a yoga ball, you can elevate your body that way as well. Arms straight overhead, palms facing each other, keeping my arms straight, but not locking my elbows. I bring them out to the side and pull back up to make my chest fly. If you have light weights, but you could go a little bit heavier, if you make them a 3/4 chest fly by not coming up all the way, it will keep those chest muscles under tension and make it a little more challenging for you if you can't go up in weight there. And then that is with the bicep push-pull motion that I like to do. Set those shoulder blades in their pocket, tuck those hips. I start with my arms here, sort of at that 90-degree. I reach out as if I'm offering a tray to someone in front of me and pull them back. Reach out, pull back, okay? Hits a little bit of everything, shoulder, back, by, and then we got chest over there. So 5 minutes, 10 reps, 10 reps, straightforward count this time. I'm gonna start our timer. Chest flies on the floor or elevated. Straight arms. If you're elevated, the beauty is you can get a good extension on that. If you're on the floor, try to get those arms as close to the floor as you can, and up. If you find that you're bending your arms like that, that weight is more than likely too heavy for you, and you should go down in weight. All right, for the push-pull, tuck those hips, set those shoulder blades in, reach forward, offer the tray, and pull it back. You got to keep that core real tight when you extend those arms out. Nice work. Ooh, in my head is always the, please sir, may I have another? Yes, hopefully your music is turned up loud and you can't even hear my commentary here. Nice job, everybody. Counted that one, so happen to know I truly got in 10 reps. All right, engage that core, Now, I'm using the same weights here. I have been between my two exercises, but you don't have to. If you can go heavier on one and need to go lighter on the other, completely fine. Just put them down and pick up another set. Customize it to what your needs are here. Try to connect mind to body with our upper body exercises. Really think about what muscle groups you're working as we're working them. If you need to take a break with the grips and push your fingers back, just put those weights down and do it. Nice job. I'm going to push my fingers back here. I've got another hand cramp, which also tells me I need to be drinking more water. All right, we've got about a minute left here. Don't block your elbows on these flies. And make it 3/4 fly, a 3/4 fly if you need a little more of a challenge and don't have the weight, or going up in weight is just too much for you. I think I'm gonna make it. 12 seconds left. I'm gonna call it a day here and wait for the timer to run out. Push those fingers back. Break. All right, let's move on to our next one. All right, this set we are focused on tricep and some back. This is where you can use your loop band if you have one. You are going to grip that loop band like this, put it over your opposite shoulder, and then put this hand through it for a tricep push down. You want to keep tension on that band, and you're going to do 20 each side. Remember, band exercises we're going to take up to a 20 rep count. If you have TRX, we are going to be doing that tricep extension on the TRX. Again, with that, I keep a nice tight plank with my torso here, and I start with my arms straight out in front of me. I like to touch the handles of that TRX. I come forward, the only thing moving are my forearms, and push back. Again, the angle here will affect the difficulty of that for you. And then we're pairing that with sort of a flip grip row here. So usually with the row, we've either got a close row or a wide row. With this one, we're going to flip our palms away from us, hinge at the hip, tighten that core, neutral neck, pull those elbows up and down with a flip grip row there. All right, so again, our numbers are 10, unless you're doing a band and it's 20. I'll start that 5-minute timer and we'll get going with this set. All right, I'm gonna be using the TRX for my tricep here. If you're using a band, you're doing 20 each side. TRX, you've got 10 each side. If you don't have a band or TRX, you could be doing tricep dips here instead. Keep your core nice and tight on everything we're doing here. Flip grip rows. I hinge over, neutral neck, keep that core tight. give it a little pause at the top, and I want you to control the down as much as the up here. Nice job. The beauty of really just focusing on our resistance training here today is that we really get to address each body part multiple times in different ways. We're hitting each of our upper body muscles at least twice, if not 3 times, by using different movements, which really gives us a well-rounded strength workout for our entire upper body, which I love. And we don't often do because we're incorporating other components, which is great, as we say, but sometimes it's nice just to get back to the bare bones of it and focus strictly on our resistance or our strength training here. Really tighten that core with back, again, generally a stronger upper body muscle, so you should be able to go a little bit heavier with your weight selection here. We're using some bicep there as well, but back is our primary focus. If you're challenging yourself with your weight selection here, it does get your heart rate going. If you don't have TRX as part of your arsenal for your at-home equipment, I highly suggest it. It's such a versatile piece of equipment. It takes up no room at all. Mine's hanging from the ceiling, but it comes with this little component that can go over a door, so you can use it anywhere. You can travel with it as well. But using your body weight to work your full body, I'm a big fan of the TRX system. Okay, team, we've got about 1:20 left. Remember, try to pause at the top and control the down. Connect mind to body. Really think about the muscle group you're working. I tell you, the Trx Tricep is one that I know I will be sore from the next day, no matter what. It always gets my triceps sore. Ooh, I'm feeling it. I want to try to get back to the flip grip if I can. Get those in. "20 seconds. I did it. You've got 10 seconds left here. Woo! Nice work, team. 2, 1. All right, let me show you what's next. Lighter weights are what you're going to be using in this set for our 90-degree, Cindy call them French door chest press. So we're going to start with those arms at a 90-degree. Bring them in here, so you're looking like this, squeezing those elbows. This moment right here is the magic moment. Squeeze those elbows and back, okay, 90-degree. Then I'm going to keep the same weights here. Again, if you want to drop and switch, you can. here are your options. A reverse fly, hinge at the hip, neutral neck, reverse flies. We all know reverse flies, but I'm going to be doing these alligator arm flies. So my palms are this way here. I start here, one arm goes up, the other arm goes back, controlling the down and keeping my core nice and tight, okay? Again, I'm gonna count 1 rep every time my right arm comes forward, or left arm, whatever you wanna do. So, grab the weights you want for this pair, and I'm gonna get our 5-minute timer going. All right. 90 degrees, use your mirror, tuck those hips, squeeze the elbow and back. Again, you've got to take that time there in the middle and really squeeze. Good job. This is shoulder as well, but we're really addressing what we call in class the goop there. If we're squeezing our elbows in the front. I've lost my count. There we go. All right. Hinge at the hips. Get that core nice and tight. Alligator arms or reverse flies. Control is the name of the game on both. Don't let momentum control this one. Ooh, that does it. All right, I'm gonna reset here a little bit and get going again with my standing chest press. 90-degree arms. Tuck those hips. Use your mirror. Keep an eye on your form. You want your arms to stay parallel to the ground and your forearms perpendicular to the ground. Squeeze in the middle. Oh, man. A little swing and stretch. All right, hinge at the hips. Here we go. Control. Don't let gravity take it. I think the down is as hard as the up. Nice work. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left here in this one. Ugh. Stretching a little bit here. All right, set my shoulder blades. Tuck those hips, 90 degrees, here we go. Oh, mercy. All right. Minute 30. Alligator arms. Try to start on the other side this time. Keep that core tight. You're fighting for balance. Control the down. Whew. 1 minute. I'll see what I can get done here. Hopefully I can shake out those shoulders, get her done. Here we go. Squeeze in the middle. It burns. Oh, nice job. All right, 30 seconds. Control. Reverse flies or alligators. Whew. All right, one more set and then we're done. I'm going to be on the bench, but these obviously can also be done on the floor or yoga ball if you prefer. Start with my arms straight overhead, palms facing each other. Only thing moving here are my forearms. My elbows stay pointed to the ceiling and I come up on those. Keep the elbows within the framework of your torso. Don't let those flare out. Flying tricep extension, 10. Then we're going to go to sort of a three-way hammer curl here. Holding a weight in each hand down to my side. I'm going to come across and tap that shoulder and down. Come up to a hammer curl and down and go out for that outer hammer and down. Okay, so it's three ways across, up, out. All three ways I'm trying to keep that elbow by my side. Now when I come across, it comes out a little bit, but up and out, that elbow stays next to my torso there. The count on this is going to be a little different because we're basically doing 3 curls with each rep. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the left and the right each count as 1 with those 3-way hammer curls. All right, so I'll get our 5-minute timer. This is our last 5 minutes here to go with our upper body. I don't know about you, but my upper body is jello at this point. Let's start with our lying tricep extensions here. Elbows point to the ceiling, lower and down. Try to get those dumbbells down, tap the top of your shoulder, and up. Don't let your elbows flare out. You want them to be shining a light up to the ceiling every time. I lost count, but I feel like that's about 10. All right, 3-way hammer. Set those shoulder blades, tuck those hips. Come across, up, and outer. That's 1. Across, up, and outer. 2. Across. Nice job. Too much thinking at the end. I should have done these first. Nice. That was 7 for me. 8. 9. Good job. 10. Oop, I forgot the across. Goodness. All right. Woo! That's a mental challenge. Across, up, out. All right, lying tricep. Hopefully you're feeling like you got a real solid upper body workout here. By default, we got core in it because we had to keep that core engaged throughout. But there's not a whole lot of cardio in here because I just wanted to focus on our upper body strength today. We did a little bit of a warm-up at the beginning, but today was strictly strength. Nice. Gotta tuck those hips. the way down with your curls. Sometimes we stop it at about 3/4. Try to give yourself the full range if you can. I have no idea. I'm going to do one more on each arm. And also, no momentum here. You guys know that. Don't let momentum get you going from bottom to top. It's all control. All right. It's 1:30, FYI. Lying tricep. Try to get those dumbbells all the way down to the tops of your shoulder and all the way up. Nice work. Just under a minute. We're hitting that bicep muscle several different angles here, which is functional fitness at its finest. Very rarely when we're in our daily lives do we do something just in a linear plane here, up and down, or left to right. Usually we're hitting several different planes in that movement. So this is an excellent bicep exercise that really challenges all angles of that movement. Do one more on each side, hopefully, and we're almost there. All right. Excellent job with this upper body strength workout. I know it's different than what we usually do. Didn't get too sweaty with this one, but we got in a good full upper body workout. I will try to find one of Cindy's really nice stretching videos to tag onto this post so that you guys can get a nice stretch after this. But thanks for sticking with me through this upper body workout. It was different, but we hit it all. My arms are jelly. I hope yours are too. I'll see you next time.